Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to do something that I have done previously, but I want to do an updated video regarding to the running costs of my BMW 335i. The reason why I'm sitting here is because now I've gone through some of my paperwork and bills, payments on the car. I want to do an updated version of the running costs of my 335i, giving you more in detail prices it cost me to own this car. And the reason why I'm inspired to do this video is because when I bought this car, I was searching for a video that would tell me roughly what I'm getting into. The reason for it is whether you have a budget or whether you just want to know simply what you're getting into before you buy it, or just curious to know the running costs on this car. So I'm doing this video now. I've done it in the past, and it may help you if you're looking to buy this car or you just simply want to know. Therefore I'm doing this video. So let's go to the car now and we will go through all the running costs I have from owning this car. Hey guys, so this is my car. As you can see here, it's a late 2007 335i E92. And we'll go over some of the running costs involved in this car. So the car just ran over 50,000 miles. I've done a good 10,000 miles in this car in the last year and a half, good year and a half more. So I've gotten to know this car well. I've driven it quite a few road trips. I've done quite a few miles in it. So we'll start with the basic costs that are involved in this car with annual servicing. So basically, as usual, most cars need a service once a year or every 10,000 miles. Now obviously you can choose it to do it privately or by main dealers, but I prefer going to main dealer as I've got warranty on the car and I've got main dealer service history, and I'd rather do it there. I know some people get, confused, telling me I'm silly, I'm wasting money, but that's the way I chose to do it and that's the way I'm going with. So annual service for this car, each BMW dealer has got slightly different prices, but I pay normally around £480 for a full major service for this car at the main dealers. Now that's for all the filters, oil, plugs, not if there's any problem with the car or any parts to be changed. So that's a regular service. Now, insurance for the car. Now this is a difficult thing because every person pays a different price depending how old you are, where you live, and how many years no claim, and a whole bunch of different information about you. It depends on that, the price. So I'll give you how much I pay. That's just how much I pay. I don't know if that's going to help you, but I pay £1,600 a year for this car for myself, and that's the price I pay for a year. Now the next thing is we got road tax. So if you're not from the UK, in the UK you need to pay tax to drive on your road. Any vehicle needs road tax. So this car has got a higher band as it depends on the fuel and the emissions. So this car is £485 a year for the road tax on this car. Now the next thing is we're going to go through is the tyres. Now I choose personally not to go for the cheap tyres. I'd rather go for a good quality tyre like this Michelin Pilot Super Sports, which I've got around the car. And I had to change the rear ones not recently, quite a few months ago. And now with the tyres as well, it depends where you go and buy them. For example, this tyres over here, I went to the main dealer and they wanted over £200 for each tyre. So I chose to buy it myself. I went online, there's websites you can search, and I managed to pick them up for about £140 each tyre for exactly the same tyre. So it all depends where you pick them up. So I'm going to add it as £140 a tyre. You can definitely get cheaper ones, cheaper budget tyres, but I wouldn't recommend them for a performance vehicle. So that's the tyres. Now the next thing is involved with this car, fuel. Now I don't know exactly, the fuel is a hard one to say, as well as every person, it depends how you drive the car. If you drive it hard, if you take it easy, motorway miles, town miles, and all that stuff. So I'll give you a rough idea what I pay. So on a motorway, for example, I'm doing now a trip from London to Manchester, which I recently done with a car. That's about over 300 miles. And I would say what a full tank is £75 on this car with Shell V-Power. I only use premium fuels here. So Shell V-Power, roughly £75 a tank, and it'll give me about 350 to 400 miles. So in town, a full tank will give me around 280 miles. It also depends how you drive. So sorry with my confusion, ride and drive, because I ride a bike as well. So anyways, yeah, so that's the fuel economy on this car. It's not that bad. It all depends how you drive. It could be quite fair at times. It's all up to you. So that's the fuel. So the next expense I have with this car, I've got warranty on this car. That's an optional thing, you don't have to have it, but I personally choose to have it. The reason for is, previously when I bought this car, it came with warranty. When I ran out, boom, fuel injector went on the car, and it doesn't come cheap. It cost me nearly £500 to replace one fuel injector, and they're quite a common fault on these 335i's N54 engines. When I say common fault, don't start panicking and thinking you're gonna have it, but it does happen to quite a few people I knew with this car. It happened, so it's something that's quite a common fault. So I chose to do BMW Warranty, which is £500 a year, but I think it's definitely worth it, every penny. It's not much, £500 a year if you think about it, because one little part like that can cost you £500 easy, and you know you're covered for a year, peace of mind. So I will definitely recommend doing that if it's possible, because they wouldn't do it with aftermarket you know, parts and certain things, or depending on the mileage and age on the car. So that's something you need to look into. So that's anyways another expense I have with this car. So the next expense I have with the car is brake pads. Now brake pads is something you've changed probably once every year and a half. It depends again how much you drive, and if you do track day and all that, then obviously you'll go much faster. But first, in the beginning, I chose to go with the original brake pads, which I changed for the rear, for example, and it costed me £120 just the pads for the back, for the rear of the car. Then I decided to change the whole discs, front and rear, to a, as you can see, with the grooved and the drilled holes. So I changed the whole brake pads and the discs. Now I went for the EBC pads, EBC red stuff, which is also very good high performance pads. They do come out cheaper, and I believe they could be even better than the original, so I chose to go for them, which they normally go for around £110, £120 for the front, and about £90 for the rear pad. So I think that's quite a bit cheaper than the original pads, and they're supposed to be high rated quality performance pads. So that's another expense you'll get with this car. But overall there isn't too many expenses involved, except something goes wrong with the car, which, as I said, fuel injectors could be common, or you know, misfires and stuff like that. It's all on your luck, and you know, end of the day is the car on its own hasn't got massive expenses involved. You can work it out yourself if you know, calculate everything. These are my expenses. Everyone has different plus minus, but this is the average general expenses just for the regular maintenance of the car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you. And if you have any questions, comment in the box below. I will do another video with all the mods I've put into the car and how much I paid for them, as I have all the time people asking me how much I paid for this, that. So I will hopefully do a video regarding that. So anyways guys, that's for you, and take care guys. I'll see you next time. Cheers.